Hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do a video. It's on a case. I saw it last night. Okay, I knew it was coming, and I want to say something about this. If you go, you'd have to go earlier in my current events. You're going to have to go back because especially when Roe got taken down. Now, when I was reading If Roe Would, I ended with the tower, but I admit I still didn't want to believe it. But I do have warnings in my group. I definitely posted, ladies, you better get ready. You know, after Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, it coming. You know, especially when Barrett was put on Supreme Court, I knew they were going to fuck around. Okay, and this is another reason why, you know, Biden, you got to pack the courts, and something has to be done about lifetime appointments because that's not necessarily in there. Okay. And then we've got Clarence Thomas, who has definitely been taking bribes. That's what it is. And Ginny is sketchy too. Okay, with the insurrection. It's sketchy. Don't worry, Clarence is going down. Watch my video. I did read the case. It's sad. Like I said, it's unfortunate. He's African American. He is not Thurgood Marshall. Okay, ding ding, there goes the angels. Sometimes I like to say that. Watch my vid on it, but he's taking bribes. And I know Lindsey Graham, you know, tries to, you know, smoke and mirrors that, he's taking bribes. Okay, it's bribes. Okay, watch the video. We're talking about something else. Okay, so this case is about Indiana board reprimands Dr. Caitlin Bernard over a 10-year-old's abortion case. If you go back further, when this first happened that Roe was hit and taken down, I used it. This case wasn't even there yet. I said, I was using in maybe one or two videos, what's going to happen when a 10-year-old is an incest victim and can't get an abortion, right? I said, oh shit, and forced to birth. Yeah, I picked the magic number 10. Go back, check the dates, and then see when this case came to fruition. See, I used that age before this case hit the forefront. Yeah, I have the gift of foresight. Sadly, I do, and it happened. Now, luckily, the 10-year-old was able to get an abortion. They were in Ohio. They were an incest victim. And Ohio passed, like I said, a strict abortion law. She couldn't get one there. So she went to Indiana where it's safe and legal. You know, she could get it done. But Dr. Caitlin Bernard, who performed it and things, the Attorney General wanted to be a fucking scumbag. Obviously, he's pro-life. So he tried to find other ways to get her. So thing with maybe failure to report and HIPAA. Okay, so that's what they took her in for. Okay, they can't get her for the abortion. It's legal at the moment, but they're going to want to fuck around. It's Indiana. Yeah, Attorney General, yeah. And let's get the Attorney General. Dr. Caitlin Bernard is a martyr and a hero. Okay, ma'am, and I'm going to tell you what you should do if you happen to see it. But, you know, Indiana Medical Board on Thursday determined that a doctor who spoke publicly about providing an abortion, 10-year-old raper, violated privacy rules. Well, she was forced to talk about it because the Attorney General came after her. Okay, so she had to give her side. But see, they backward record her, fuck her over to do that, and then they say she violated HIPAA. Well, they're the ones who were fucking nailing her. So she kind of had no choice but to defend herself. They kind of forced her to violate HIPAA because the Attorney General is doing that to her. So she was trying to give her side. Oh, fuck, you fucked, yeah, that's sketchy. So see, that was the only thing they could get her on. But it's because he wanted to stick it to her. And that's why she gave her side of the defense, you know, kind of the public. But that they said, oh, you violated HIPAA. Oh, that's fucking cold-blooded. But there's not much we could do. You know, yeah, she could sue. She could sue the board for being unfair. Well, you're charging me, Attorney General. So I kind of have to, you know, the media's coming up. So I got to explain what happened. She didn't give the name of the person, but they still got her on HIPAA. Okay, violating HIPAA. Yeah, I worked in, you know, medical billing. I know a little bit about HIPAA. Okay, so that's what it is. The Indiana Medical Licensing Board. So they're going to fine her $3,000, and issue a letter of reprimand, but did not suspend her license. Thank you, God. You're a good doctor. Okay, you did the right thing. It was illegal in your state, but they backed you into a fucking corner. And you didn't give a name, but still, you have to be careful, guys, with HIPAA. You still do. True, but they backed her into a fucking corner and she spoke on it. Well, it's kind of the Attorney General's fucking fault. Okay, so, and here's the scumbag's name. Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita, who wanted this 10-year-old, oh, he doesn't like the fact, we know what it was, my man. You are pro-life and you think 10-year-olds should be forced to birth a baby when they've already suffered from incest. Let's talk who the darkness is in Indiana, because it's you, Attorney General Todd Rokita. Really, your license should be taken down because you are the one who wanted to take her down when it's legal. You wanted to mess around, okay, with really the rights of a child who is in a very desperate situation, probably already going through all kinds of trauma, and this doctor is saving her from the pains of childbirth, possibly death, being ripped in two to have a baby of incest. But that's okay, you're darkness, and you should really lose your license for attacking her and also, burn down a place, but that's all right. God will get you for it. I trust that. Okay, because God does not like children going down for that as it is, but then there's that. You're disgusting. Okay? In a written complaint in November, Rokita asked the state licensing board to impose a discipline. See, so it's his fault. Okay? So that, this is what we're dealing with. Yeah, and I saw her crying when she's going through this. She knows she's doing the right thing. Okay, she knows she is. It's illegal, but they're fucking around with her. She's a martyr of the cause. Pro-choice. It's none of your business. Okay, but he wants to be, you're disgusting. Attorney General Rokita, you're disgusting. Okay, this is a child. And she saved this child possibly from death. Okay, or the horrors of trauma of having to birth a baby. And then, of course, give it up for adoption and all that. Oh, the fuckery. Okay, and then no. Oh, God's going to get you. Okay? No. Yeah, this is darkness. This is darkness. The president of the licensing board, Dr. John Strobel, called Bernard a good doctor. They were kind of forced into it because it was all fuckery. But she was backed in a corner to, it's not giving names. A good doctor, the hearing lasted 14 hours. I am certain Dr. Bernard has learned a lot about privacy. Oh, well, he backed her into a corner and attacked her and filed shit, fucked around and said, board, you do this. So then she kind of says, yeah, they're going after me because of this. And I know privacy you got to be careful. Well, I think he kind of violated the privacy between a doctor and a patient when it's illegal by fucking around and butting his nose in it. If he would have done that, it wouldn't have happened. Oh, there's that. Oh, yeah, Rokita, if you wouldn't have butted your nose in it, she would have never said, I'm going down. See, so you are really the cause of why she spoke and maybe accidentally violated HIPAA. But she didn't give a name. Oh, there's that. You're the cause. So you get to get the karma for it. You get to get the karma also for going against women's rights, but especially a child who is already suffering darkness and making it even darker. Oh, yes. And she will grow up into a woman, and I hope she goes to law school. I really hope she grows up and goes, I'm going to go to law school. That's what I hope. And then maybe she will grow up, go to law school, talk about her experience, and maybe she'll find a way to, file a complaint against you and get your, license revoked. Because what you did was disgusting. It is illegal in Indiana. Yeah. She's a hero. That's what it comes down to. And he is darkness. Now, let me go ahead and say this. As I said, I even used the example of a 10-year-old, and it wasn't even in the news yet. I said, yeah, we're going to see cases. Oh, then there's a case. Yeah, that's a gift of foresight. That's it. Go check the dates, guys. That's all you got to do. Then go look at the news. Go to my videos. They're in there. Look in current events. Scroll. Now, but as I say that, here we are. Luckily, the child was able to get a safe and legal abortion, but this is an attack. And then there was all kinds of debates, and here comes the pro-lifers, okay? And then they try to say it's God's will. Oh, it's God's will. Oh, a beautiful thing comes out of it, a baby. Oh, you're disgusting. And I'm tired of it. And I just want to take your Bible and smash you over the head with it. Sometimes, I really do. Because you don't understand it. You lost your heart and you lost your mind. And it's none of your business. What happened to this child is horrible. And I think 100% of us, maybe 110%, agree that any child suffering from any kind of, rape or incest is horrible. I want to be careful with YouTube. We all agree it's horrible, okay? And then there are those that, it's horrible. Okay, we're in agreement with that. I got the cross and I got the Anka, the sacred. I've also talked about how I am doing everything I can with ISIS, really Jesus too, to protect a woman who has been trying for 7 years to have a baby. That's sacred to me, and I've got all the energy around it. And I'm determined with any kind of power I have in prayer or anything, and going to them to see a baby put in her arms. I am pro-choice, but I'm doing everything I can energetically to see that happens. I only give the example. It's none of your business, but I only give the example. And then I'm, not a doctor, so, I don't have to worry about HIPAA, but to explain what pro-choice really is. Okay, but then there are cases, it is healthcare, that is what it is, something like that, oh God, and then you people want to justify, oh, it's God's will, a precious baby is born, oh, you're ridiculous. No, the child could die or never be able to have children. It could tear their little body inside out. And they're suffering enough. And you want to inflict more suffering all for that zygote, that it may be so big that, nature does miscarriages all the time. It's none of your business. And just like I did in my one video, how do you explain miscarriages? Who is responsible? Do you say God is? Are you going to blame it on the devil? I mean, what? It's nature. Okay? And that is what doctors are for. Thank God we have doctors that can do amazing things. They do God's work. Unless they're sketchy, with medicine and all that stuff. And I know the cost of healthcare is phenomenal and needs to be fixed in this country. Okay, I understand. Working in medical billing, I've seen bills that are, oh my God, if something goes wrong with the insurance denied, oh, done. And then they have massive bills. Okay, oh, denied because of some dumbness. Okay, yeah, I know. I know when some of you old people and some of you or anybody, I had a car accident and, oh, denied. Oh, the insurance companies, they're going to do what they do, and I know what they do is look for anything to not pay the bill. Their insurance, but they look for ways to not. Some technicality, some coding issue. Oh, check the coding. Oh, yeah, I know. Check the coding. Yeah. Oh, it's the wrong code. Yeah, you got to go through a bunch of bullshit. Anything to not pay the bill. I understand it's a game. But this is healthcare. It is not a religious issue. Personally, it may be a religious issue. So you, if you are pro-life, personally don't have one. But stay out of other people's business. Because, yes, you karmically affect others. If that little child would have died and you've been voting pro-life, you don't think there's no karma for it? Of course there is. Yeah, there's karma in a vote. Okay? Yes, there is. Okay, when you're standing outside of a thing and you're terrorizing women walking in, say they walk out and they did have and you're dropping to your knees praying, oh God, they're going out, oh, you're done. There's karma in that judgment. No. How do you explain this? Miscarriages. It's nature. Okay, but some things, that's what we have doctors for. We could also say God's will. Okay, you got cancer. Did you get treatment from a doctor? Well, it's God's will you die of cancer. Okay, yeah, there's that. Let's see. Or it's God's will that, I don't know, your appendix bursts and nothing should be done. It's God's will. Don't go to the doctor. Oh, it's God's will you got COVID. Well, stay home and pray. Okay, what about, is your husband, oh my God, is He's got, I don't know, maybe he got lung cancer because he's been smoking. Oh my God, everything to live. I got to get him to the doctor. Oh, you do? Why don't you pray about it and let it be God's will? No, 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 don't take him to the doctor. Don't take that medicine, as a matter of fact. Oh, you're taking medicine for your high blood pressure? Oh, don't take it. It's God's will you have high blood pressure. It's God's will. Why are you affecting God's will? He's going to get mad at you. He might strike you with lightning for taking high blood pressure medication. Oh, or maybe you do take birth control. It's God's will. Take But yeah, oh, even a headache, that Tylenol. It's God's will. You have a fucking headache. Don't take Tylenol. You're messing with God's will. He wants you to have a fucking headache. Why do you drink coffee in the morning to wake up? He wants you tired and sleepy at work. It's God's will. Don't drink the coffee. Oh yeah, there's that too. Okay. Oh, how about a period? Don't put a tampon. It's God's will you bleed. Go bleed all over your clothes. Don't know. Why are you trying to stop it? It's God's will. There are a lot of things that, obviously medicine. Breast cancer. Oh my God, it's God's will. Don't go in there and have a mastectomy. Oh, don't you dare. Oh, no, you have to die. It's God's will. It's God's will. No, you don't get, no chemo for you. It's God's will. But many pro-lifers have had medical treatment for various things. Oh, you had a car accident. Oh, yeah, you broke your leg. It's God's will. It's broken. You don't get to put it into a cast. It's God's will. You broke your leg. Maybe he was mad at you for something. Say, broke your leg. No, you don't get to have it, put in alignment and put in a cast. It's God's will. Walk around with a broken leg. Yeah, it's God's will for the case of pro-life and pro-choice, but everything else, you can alter God's will if you get sick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I just nailed that because a lot of things happen and, oh, thank God I can go to the doctor. They're healers. That's why they have the healers staff. And that's why pro-lifers, it's none of your business. And the 10-year-old who, she's spared being ripped in two or possibly dying or never having children in the future and be able to marry and have a somewhat normal life after her experience. Yes, you karmically affect them when you vote or you stand outside of a clinic or you write your crap online. Okay, so I don't want to hear anymore. It's God's will. And you can open your book all you want, and I'm going to slam it, and I'm going to look you dead in the eye and say you need to open your heart, and you need to mind your own business. Because affecting the life of a woman or, sadly, a child, you do have karma involved. Especially when you're going full force to take away medical care that a mother could die or a child could, or even just suffer certain consequences, like getting sepsis because she has to wait till the doctor can totally go in and she's okay, now she's at life risk, and then the lawyers and all of them can say, okay, now you can save her life and do the abortion. Oh yeah, it's already happening. Sepsis, yeah, it's already happening. They have to wait till she's about to die and then they can do it. Even though they knew the risk was there. It's already happening. Yes. So as I say that, she is a martyr and she is a hero. And I hope she speaks and I hope she sues a lot. And that attorney general is a scumbag. He is darkness. That is darkness. Okay? Now, I want to also say that women are a lot more educated. Since it went online, there are those. Not only are they educated on things like pro-choice and pro-life, the goddess was awakened in many over the last 20 to 30 years. It already was. They were in the 60s and doing their things. But especially now, women that at first, felt kind of have nowhere to go, found the goddess. And I'll tell you, I had a talk with about 7 of them last night. Oh, yes. Because of a lot of things. But the darkness has to stop. You're about to see the women power rise up. Very strong. It's already happening. I've signed a bunch of petitions. I will get out there in March. I'm going to do what I can. But I'm going to make this video. Okay? So you pro-lifers, I know you could pull your little scripture, but I am, I would say that there are those that have pulled the wool over your eyes because they want the Handmaid's Tale and they want to control the wombs and make women baby machines. And the women aren't having it this time. I'm sorry, it's the age of Aquarius. And you're going to see the judgment coming. But like I said, go back, scroll. Go to my videos when I start talking about Roe versus Wade. And when I use the example of a 10-year-old, it was before this case became the news. I have the gift of foresight. That's good. I can see a lot of other things too. And I could also see your guys' bullshit and how it could actually take lives. And I also know Jesus cares about, he does care about fetuses, so does ISIS. That's why I'm doing everything for my friend and member. But also cares about the living. You know, that a mother can leave the hospital and go home to her children and continue raising them. Things like that. Or maybe she doesn't have children at all, but she, you know, whatever reason she felt she can't do it. Or maybe she suffered that date rape, who knows. Or she doesn't want to be connected 18 years to an abusive person. It's none of your business. It's none of your business, and you're voting and you're doing shit. There is karma. There is karma for every vote you have done to try to take a woman. How many women maybe went down because of your vote? Oh, there's that. Let's just go ahead and notch those on the belt. How many? And you think there's no karma? Oh, there is. Oh, there is. And you're going to find out in him, oh, he's darkness. For what he did. No, no, no. No. You're a hero, ma'am. Let's get her name again. She's a hero. Let's show the face. That's the way it is. Because she saved that child. Let's get her face and name. Dr. Caitlin Bernard, you are a true doctor and healer. And you saved that child. From God knows the suffering. And it was illegal in the state. And they backed you in a corner. And if he wouldn't have fucked with you in the first place, you know, you would have accidentally slipped or however. But you still didn't give a name. I know HIPAA. I know what's going on. We got the game, and the goddess is up. Oh, I called 7 of them last night, and that's not all of them up here. There's a lot of women now that we're, yeah, those war goddesses are up. Trust me. I don't even need to give all their names, but there's a lot of them, and we're done. Oh, yeah, and Wonder Woman. Yeah, that one too.